And I entertain a lot. We're really big into entertainment. We love it. We love it. We have one of these big tables at our house that it's like it sits bar stools, and it's a black table, and it has room for 8 people to sit high. It's really quite neat. And everybody gets to sit around the table and digging in the center. Oh, we're just kind of doing this. It's fabulous. Okay, and how does this look? This looks really good. My husband and I, when we moved into our second and last, hopefully last house for a while, we said, you know what, let's just pull that good china out. You know, sitting in the cupboard, not doing anything. Aren't we, you know, something? So that's that.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you. Let's take a look at, presentation's everything, but it takes very little to make a presentation pretty. You just have to think and read magazines and steal ideas from them. That's how I do it. Okay, now can you see this cobbler here? What I did was I just took some whipping cream. You know, just, I have one. Yeah. There's one of these guys. And you just put it in the blender, in your mixer, not your blender, your mixer. One of these guys. And if you don't have them, you can always, you know, there's a hand mixer. I think they have them like, I don't know, under $20 at Walgreens or wherever. And you can use that, or excuse, I'm sure Macy's has them too, and at an affordable price. Excuse me. I forgot where I was. Okay, Macy's, right, Macy's. Absolutely Macy's. They have everything here. They have bottled water, guys. Anyway, what I did with this is I took it in the mixer, and I whipped it up really for like maybe not even 5 minutes. And then I grounded my seeds. Can you see the seeds in here? And it comes out to be like a little powder, a little shredded powder, but that's all right, because remember, it's the husk and the seed inside. I just shredded the whole caboodle and released the oils out of that. And then I put it in here and I folded it in, okay? Not whipped it in, I just folded it in because I wanted to have the same fluffy texture that I just created. All that air I just put in it, I wanted to stay. So then what I would do for my guests or my family is you put a little dollop of that on top, and it's fabulous. Now if you wanted to, you can add a little sugar to that cream. You can add a little brandy to that cream. Okay, you can. A little bit won't hurt it. Or a little bit of whatever liquor you want to have in it. I mean, whatever you're feeling. I'll use this guy here. And you want to let this sit for about 15 minutes because you want it to set up a little bit. See, it's not really set yet, but that's all right. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Look at this plate. How beautiful is this plate, guys? This plate was from that side of the room. And it's by, it's a seller. And this one's 10. This one, which means it's probably 8. Maybe 10. And anyway, what I do in my business, I would put this in a little piping bag. You know, Wilton sells them, and just pipe out a little star or a little something on top. But in this case, I'm just going to do a little dollop for the family. And maybe just a sprinkle. Maybe just a little sprinkle of that on top. Not much, because this is very pungent, and you know, I don't want much. Just a little of that. And then what I was going to do for today, and I forgot, was to bring a little mint leaf. I have mint in my garden, and maybe a little piece of mint would be beautiful. That would be my final touch on that. So that's it. But yeah, I think that's it for today. I think that's it. Yeah, thank you. If you don't want to do like a real hot heat thing, and you're thinking more light, you can use a mild curry, or you can just use cumin. How about that? Cumin is just one of the ingredients in here that has a little heat. Okay? Cumin, and I have it here. If you want to come and smell it, you can. You know, at the break here. Cumin is nice, and it actually adds a little flavor. You can use, if you want a little flavor but you don't want a lot, you know what's also very nice is chipotle. Chipotle is a smoked jalapeno that's often seen in Mexican dishes. I like it too. I make a maple glazed meatballs, and I make meatballs with Cabernet Sauvignon, and I use a chipotle in that. It's really good, quite nice. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is a pairing, a wine pairing for this. I'm a sommelier, so I know a little bit about wine. What I would suggest for this dish here is a Riesling. If you haven't had a Riesling, you have to have one. People who say they don't like wine, you haven't had a Riesling yet. It has a really nice residual sweetness to it. This one is a German Riesling, but it comes out of Washington State. And Washington has wonderful, wonderful wines. Oregon has really nice wines too. You don't have to go all the way to, you know. But, and this one was like $10 for the bottle, maybe $10, $11. I bought it today. St. M is one of my favorites. There's a lot of Rieslings out there, and the Germans to me make the best. Australians, everybody does some, but to me the Germans really got the market on that. And then, so that goes really nice with spicy foods. Okay, kind of balances it out really nicely. And then here, this is one of my favorite Sauvignon Blancs. This is Marlborough. It's from New Zealand, and it's really nice if you're just having guests over for dinner. You know, maybe you want to just have a little wine with dessert. Why not, right? And you know what you can do about these guys? You can prepare it in advance and then freeze it. Some of these dishes you can do and freeze. Like the class that I was thinking about doing was, which maybe next time I'll come back and do something like that, is things that you can do in advance to entertain. Because I love, like I said, we love to entertain. And I've got to find ways to make entertaining easy. So that's what I do. I focus a lot on how do I make this easier? Because I want to do it a lot. I just don't want to be stressed out 3 days before my guests come. And I don't want to be in the kitchen doing everything. I want to be able to include my guests, bring them in, have some things prepared in advance. We just pop it in the oven, and it's a done deal. This is one of the things you can do that with. And then just pour a little brandy on top if you wanted to, or put brandy in the cream, which is quickly melting. But the Sauvignon Blanc has it's really crisp, and it has nice apple undertones. And so it'll cut all the butter that we put in there, and you know, the brandy will work really quite nicely with it. So that's my wine suggestion. And I think this was like $15 for the bottle. We do cooking classes for small groups. I do one-on-one lessons, as well as groups of 10 or more. So if you have an interest, let me know. All right? Any other questions? Yes, my husband in the back. When do we eat? We get to eat now. I was just thinking the same thing, honey. We're in the same wave. All right, time to eat. All right, let's do it.